Hi, this is Annie Q, co-owner of the Yoga Shop and founder of LivFree Power Yoga. LivFree Yoga is a Vinyasa style yoga with heart and soul. We teach to our students' highest potential. We serve up yoga that challenges our students to step to their edge and then finesse with grace to the next level. We believe that yoga is exercise, yoga is relaxing, yoga is healing, yoga is transforming. We believe that yoga is life. Yoga just makes life better. For more information, go to our website, www.theyogashopct.com, and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. The live recorded class you are about to take is the LivFree Power Up. Have an awesome class.
Close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose and let the breath go. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose and then heavy sigh, let it go. Now start to tap into your Ujjayi. The breathing in through your nose, the long, slow inhale, and then the long, slow exhale. This breath, you find it here. It softens your shoulders, it softens the grip in your fingers. Every inhale there's length, but then every exhale, you let something go. It might be subtle. The loosening of your jaw, the gripping of your eyes. Might be a little bigger, a thought keeps rolling over in your mind. Let the stuff that doesn't apply to this go. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Not all sections of the road that we travel are smooth, paved, easy riding. We may prefer the smooth sections of the highway, but sometimes the road gets rough. And these rough sections can go on for miles and miles. That's okay. It doesn't mean you've lost your way. It doesn't mean the rough sections and the bumpy spots will last forever. You're still on your path. Relax. Wiggle your shoulders a bit. Get ready, for you just may be in for the ride of your life. Don't try to ignore the bumps or pretend they're not there. Not all roads are paved and smooth. Not all roads are meant to be. Slow down for a bit if you need to, but don't stop. Accept each part of your journey as it comes. Let each stretch of your path be exactly what it needs to be. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Bringing your hands to your heart center, set an intention for your yoga practice. Sealing it, we'll begin with the single sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Move your dog around. Feel your knees bend, your feet pushing down into the floor, your hands pushing down and forward in front of you. So actually feel each one of your fingers pushing down and forward. And then you've got length up your arm bones, length to the sides of your body, all the way up to your sits bones at the top of the pose. And then from there, you've got the stretch in your hamstrings as you work your heels down into the ground. Maybe one heel drops down as you bend your knees, and then you switch to the other side. Little sass in your hips as you sway. Constant movement. The next 75 minutes, you've got constant movement, whether it's just in the depth of your breath, whether it's in the lengthening, the softening, the twisting, whatever it is. Constant movement. Take a breath in and let the breath go. And then walk your hands to your feet, forward folding at the back of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold down. Rise all the way up to standing as you push your feet down into the ground, get a little bit taller up through your fingertips. Then exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Walk out, high plank. When you get there, start to build the heat. Start to build the heat in your body as you pull your belly button up and in towards your spine. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Stay strong from your heels to the crown of your head. Do that again. Breathe in. Let the breath go. One more time. Fill up. And then roll back, downward, facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg up high. From your hand to your foot, think longest possible line. How high can I lift my right foot? As I push my left foot into the floor, how high can I get my right foot? Take a breath in. Runner's lunge. Put it down. Step. And then lift your right hand up, twisting towards the side wall. Getting light in your bottom hand isn't just by lifting your hand up off the floor and hoping for the best. It's by building the base of the pose. Push your feet into the floor. Engage your core. Squeeze your legs. And then you start to get light. Your hand lifts up as your top hand reaches up higher. Take a breath in. Upper body twist. Do it again. Breathe in as you reach. Breathe out as you twist. Last one, biggest one. Fill up. Put your hand down, standing split, kick high. Your head drops and your left foot's got nothing but air as it pulls up towards the ceiling. Lifting your leg, dropping your head. Do it again. Kick your foot up as high as you possibly can. And then runner's lunge, put it back down. Good. This time, pull your gaze forward towards the front of the room. Exhale, push back, straighten your front leg. Think liquid quality. Inhale, runner's lunge, pull through. Exhale, push back, straighten. One more, pull through. Push back, stay. Stay here, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings in your right leg, the rotation in your hips, the softening in your neck and in your spine. Taking a breath in, letting the breath go. Do it again, breathe in. Let the breath go. Inhale, runner's lunge, pull through. Turn left, track stars as you dip from one leg to the other, as you sway. Yeah. All right, runner's lunge to the back of the room. Three-legged dog, send your left leg up high. Your hands push down, there's the length again. Feel your hands push down. And then from your hand, through the side of your body, all the way up your leg, longest possible line that you can create. Take a big breath in. Runner's lunge, put it down, pause. Lift your left hand up. There's your twist again. There's your twist. The twist is the entire length of your arms, your entire wingspan. So it's not just your top arm. It's not just your bottom arm. It's your heart space. It's your torso in the middle, moving with your arms. Take a breath in as you reach. Take a breath out as your whole body moves. Do it again. Breathe in. Twist your upper body. There's one more. Filling up. Hand down, right foot high, standing split. You kick. Then work the opposition of pushing your left foot into the floor. Of pushing your left foot down so that you can get your right foot up like 2 more inches. Kick your foot up as high as you possibly can. Runner's lunge. Put it down. Good. Pause. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, push back, straighten. Do it again. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, draw back. One more time. Breath moves you. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, push back, stay. Stay. There can be a little micro bend in your front leg. Allows you to not lock yourself out of your body. Your feet, the distance between your feet, personal preference. Let this be more about your hamstring stretching and less about a balancing act if I don't want to fall over. Taking a breath in. Letting the breath go. One more time. Fill up. Empty. Your hip draws back. Inhale. Runner's lunge. Pull through. Track stars as you turn to the right. Again, moving side to side. Feeling your left leg straighten. Then moving over to your right side. Your toes might move, your hips sway, your knees get involved, your gaze get interested, full body. Good. Runner's lunge to the front of the room. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Rise all the way up to standing, stretching. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rise up, full breath takes you to the top. Don't stop moving till you get there. And then exhale, fold. Don't stop till all the breath is gone. Inhale, halfway. Fold, let it go. Rise up tall, push your feet down, get more inches through your fingertips. Fold, tip. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Mechanics, crown of your head to your heels, long. Take a big breath in. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing, shine your heart. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths together, fill up. Empty out. Do it again, breathe in. Let the breath go. Jump. Half. Fold. Inhale, rise up. Forward fold, go down. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, hit it there. Upward facing, pull through. Downward facing dog. 1 big breath in. 1 big breath out. Jump. Half. Fold. Inhale, reaching, stretching. Fold, let it go. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, go head. Upward facing, pull your heart through. Downward facing dog, push back. Right foot, warrior 1. Let the inhale pull you up. Blade of your back foot pushing down. Inhale, reach up as high as you can. Chaturanga, take it down. Pull through, you've got an upward facing dog. And then push back, down dog. Right foot again, warrior 1. The inhale lifts you, think hips closed to start. And then open, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse you, go back. 3-legged dog, down to the floor. Breath and movement, it's a dance, use it. Inhale your right leg high, take a breath in. Knee to your nose, squeeze it up. Send it up, send it high. Do it again, drama, knee to your nose. Send your leg up. 1 more time, knee to your nose, squeeze it, hold it, pull your hips up higher. Big step, standing split as you kick your left foot up into the air. Yeah, working. How far can you go knowing you've done this already? You've done this once, you've done this twice. Can you get your leg up higher than you did the first time? Kick it up. Forward fold, put it down. Halfway lift. Fold your bodies. Inhale, reach high. Utkatasana, sit into your seats. Working the depth, working your base. Your feet pushing down. Your knees pushing together. Take a breath in. Hands to your heart center. Bigger breath in, you got length. And then twist over towards the right. Your knees stay in line. If your left knee's poking way far forward from your hips, pull it back. And then work the movement in your upper body. So you want shoulder on top of shoulder. Sinking through your hips. And then shoulder on top of shoulder as you twist. Take a breath in. Upper body moves. Do it again, breathe in. Sink your hips down low. You got 1 more. Fill up. Forward fold. Drop it. Halfway lift. Just folds. Big breath. Inhale. Reach high. Utkatasana. Sit again. This time deeper. Your hips go a little bit lower. You breathe in. Your hands come to your heart. Bigger breath in for length. Twist to the left. Use your base, your forward-facing base, knees facing forward, hips dropping straight down, and then twisting on the axis, taking a breath in. Upper body moves, lower body sinks. Do it again. Breathe in. Twist your body. Pull your belly button in toward your spine. It gives you more room to work with. Do it 1 more time. Breathe in. Twist it out. Right here. Chair to the front of the room. Keep the depth. When the pins and needles start to happen, when the shake, when the burn starts to happen, sink a little bit lower. Work through it. Take a breath in. Sink down, sink deep. Now push your feet into the floor. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach, forward fold, let it go. Inhale halfway. Chaturanga strong. Upward facing pull. Downward facing push. Left foot, warrior 1, right up and in. You reach high, your hips rotate. Take a breath in. Chaturanga, hit the floor. Upward facing. Down dog, left foot steps. Warrior 1, pause. Warrior 2. Inhale, pull it back. 3-legged dog, down to the floor. Your left leg going high, breathe in. Knee to your nose, squeeze in the middle. Send your leg up high. Do it again, knee to your nose. Touch them together, they're closer than you think. Send it up. One more, squeeze, hold. Pull your hips up higher till you're on like the big toe of your back foot. Keep lifting. Step, standing split. Right up and in. Right up and in. Your right foot, touch it to the ceiling. It's closer. Pull your foot up as high as you can. And then crescent lunge, step back, deep and down in your legs. Looking for the hip width distance apart between your legs. Take a breath in. Hands to your heart. Take a bigger breath in. Twist towards the left. There's that feeling of your upper body moving, your lower body staying strong, sinking down. You've got a wider base than your twisted chair, but use that. Use your feet pushing down to twist further. Taking a breath in, twisting, and then inhale, open your arms up. You got ceiling, you got floor. How far can you pull your arm bones apart? Take a breath in. Upper body moves. Good. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink straight down. And then inhale, pull up to revolve right there. You're looking for the feeling of my shoulders are over my hips. I'm sinking straight down in the center, and I'm creating these little movements. Take a breath in. Twist your bodies. Inhale, you've got length. Exhale, you've got soften. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink as low as you can go. Warrior 2, spin it around. Inhale, reversing. Forearm to your thigh. Breath and movement. You reach. Inhale, reverse, go up and go back. Extended side angle, forward and down. Again, reverse, pull back. Pinwheel, your right hand hits the floor as your body twists. Reverse, take it up, take it back. Pinwheel, side plank. When your right hand hits, your left leg goes high. You send it right up into the air and you work your edge. You've got your right hand down, right foot down. Everything else pulling up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Rock star, move through, letting your feet slide apart, letting your hips pull up and letting your heart open at the top of the pose. 3-legged dog, go high, pulling your left foot up high. Take a breath in, knee to your triceps, squeeze, send it up, knee to your nose, squeeze, send it high, knee to the right, squeeze, twist, hold, send it. Knee to your nose, straight up in the center, holding it, pinning it, drama. Send it up. Knee to your tricep. If you fly it, if you got it, work it here. Otherwise, you've got left side body crunching so tight, side obliques working, holding so strong. Chaturanga, let it go. Upward facing. Push back, downward facing dog. Together, breathe in. Together, breathe out. Do it again. Fill up. Empty completely. Jump. Half. Catch it. Forward fold. Go down. Inhale. Rise high. Exhale. Fold. Halfway. Crow. So watching your body do this. You want to find chaturanga in your arms. You want your hands planted. Big hands on the ground. Triceps working back, knees loading up high on your arms. Now push your hands into the floor. Chaturanga, no fear. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Big step with your right foot, runner's lunge. Standing split, kick your left foot high. Pulling it up, working the edge. How high do you get your foot? How close to your leg do you get your forehead? Kick your leg up, and then crescent lunge. Put it down, take up space. Taking a breath in, hands to your heart. Bigger breath in for length. Twist towards the right. Right away as you twist, what happens with your left arm and your right leg? Is it a shelf? Are you dropping your body weight onto the shelf, relying solely on your right leg? Or can you use that as an assistant? Like, I'm going to push my arm into my leg and I'm going to feel my torso lift up off of it. From there, open your arms up. Now notice, did your torso drop down over your leg? Or are you using your arm pushing into your leg to lift your body that slightest bit, those couple of inches? Yeah, there you go. Now push your feet into the floor. Inhale straight up to revolve. You've got a twist, a big twist at that, but Use your base, like squeeze your back leg, the glutes in your body. Take a breath in, sink straight down. Do it again. Breathe in, sink down. Now you've got this depth. Now you've got this base. Now work the twist at the top. Breathing in, twisting through your rib cage. Another. Breathe in, twisting through your heart space. One more. Fill your bodies up. Twist as far as you can go, and then spin it around. Warrior two. Land. Inhale to reverse. Forearm to your thigh. Inhale, pull back. Long breath. Get your right arm high. Extended, side angle, deep. Reverse your warrior up. Pinwheel, put your left hand down. Big twist. Reverse, the strength in your legs get you all the way there. Do it again. Pinwheel, side plank. Freedom for your right leg. It goes right up into the air. Right up into the air. How high can you get it? How high can you get it? Take a big breath in. Rock star, biggest base. Work your right foot up towards the top of your mat. Your hips up higher. We got a foot in the air. We've got a few foots in the air. Feet in the air. Oh, God, that's so embarrassing. Pull your hips up higher. And then three-legged dog, up and around. Send your right leg high. Take a breath in. Knee to your triceps. Squeeze. Send it up. Send it long. Knee to your nose. Squeeze. Send it to the left. You got to twist. You got to twist. You got to hold. Send your leg up high to your nose, crunching in the middle. Send it up. One more. Touch your right knee to your tricep. Hold it. You got the double shelf. Take flight. Take flight as you lift your leg up in the air. So nice. So good. Chaturanga. Let it all go. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths together. Fill your bodies. Empty out. Another. Breathe in. Empty completely. Bend your knees. Jump. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale, fold down. Reach up, rise high. Fold. Halfway. Crow. Do it again. If that's what it is, if it's fear that stands between right here and your feet at the back of the mat, think about it. When you're in your forward fold and you shoot back into your chaturanga, it's the same thing. You push your hands into the ground and you load your hips up high as you shoot back right here. Chaturanga, let it go. Yes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing hands to your feet, back of your mat. Halfway lift when you arrive. Exhale, fold down, stay here. Stay here. Feel the fold in your body. Feel your upper body softening, the crown of your head dropping, the release in your neck. If your feet are pushing into the floor and your legs are so straight, you're probably locking yourself out of your body. That's the deepest in the fold you'll ever get because you're focusing more on the tightness in your hamstrings. Put a bend in your knees. It's not cheating. It doesn't make you bad at yoga when you bend your knees. It makes these things more accessible for you, creating almost like a shelf for your torso to land on. As you push your feet down, your sits bones can still roll up even if your legs have a little bend in them. Take a breath in. Fold down a little deeper. One more. Breathe in. Fold your bodies. Release your hands down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing all the way up to the top, laying back at the top. Fold, dive down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Grab your right foot. Grab your right ankle. Push your left foot into the floor. And then bring yourself up to standing tree. Tree as your right foot plants on the inside of your left leg. A lot of this practice is orchestrated. You've got somebody telling you what to do, and your body moving to that. And then you start to play with the idea that it could be a dance. You're constantly moving, swaying, breathing. Listen to your heart beating. Listen to your breath. And then use that as your beat. You might sway. You might feel the bones in your left foot pushing down into the floor, alternating side to side. Part of the beat. You've got expression. You've got heart. Part of the dance. Lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe you start to look up. Maybe your heart starts to open. Maybe you start to lay back into something bigger. Yeah. Keep your arms long. Keep your body long. As you pull your right leg out in front of you, you've got a one-legged balance. Your heel pulling up, your leg straight, long. Kick it up 5 times. Big kicks for 4, for 3, for 2. Kick up high and then big step, dancer, as you grab your left foot. Your left foot, you grab on. Your heart stays up the entire time. The entire time. You're working this movement in the back side of your body. You've got your leg lifting up. You've got your spine involved. You've got your left arm involved. A circle of energy back there pulling up. Counterbalance, your right arm. Your gaze helping you. Take a big breath in. Stay. Without snapping. One-legged balance, top of your mat. Your left leg comes up in front of you. Your arms reach high. Pull your left leg up as high as you can, and then airplane, swing it back. Your heart stays up once again. So you've got this C-curve from your left foot to the crown of your head. Your shoulder blades drawing together in the center. Lifting your back leg up even higher. Good. Take a big breath in. Crescent lunge, put your foot down. When your foot lands, you find your base, the sinking of your back leg, the depth in the center, hands to your heart. Push your feet into the floor. Inhale, go up, go back. You've got length, you've got a heart opener, you've got a back bend. Think about length from the floor all the way up to your fingertips. Longest line, hands to your heart. Hands to your heart. Think length first, the back bend will come. Push your feet down, inhale, go up as high as you can. Stretch the entire front side of your body as you lay back into something bigger. What do you create? Hands to your heart. Linking your hands at the base of your spine, wrapping your shoulder blades together. One more, inhale, look up, shine your heart as you stretch it all out. And then devotional warrior, take it down. Clearing your front leg. Upper body clears your front leg so that gravity can take over. So that you can find the sink in your front leg, the edge, for lack of better words, the pain. These binds, these longer holds, they're not comfortable. But you breathe through it. You know, lack of time, it's going to end. Breathe through it. Three breaths. Soften something with every one. 2 of them. Fill up. Empty out. One more. Big breath in. Track stars. Let go. Organic side-to-side movements. You can look around for ideas. But at the end of the day, you're on your mat. Your performance, your dance, it's on your mat. Showing off, performing for yourself. How big can you get? How open can you get? How deep can you go? It's on you. It doesn't matter what the person next to you is doing. Continuing to move from the beginning to the end. Runner's lunge to the back of the room. Standing split, kick your right foot up high. Dropping your head. Lifting your leg. Repetition. Do your legs pull further apart? Does your torso pull in closer towards your leg? I don't know. Maybe you grab your ankle. It's right there. You've got one foot on the ground. You've got your hand around that ankle. You've got the counterbalance of your other hand supporting you. Pull your foot up high and then push your left foot into the floor. One-legged balance. Sweep all the way up. Your right knee comes up into your chest. Lifting it up, pulling it up. How high do you get it? Warrior 3. Hinge at your hips. Hinge at your hips. Your right leg goes back behind you. Your arm bones pull long in front of you. Longest version of yourself right here. Rotation in your hips. Half moon as you open up. Your left hand goes down. Your right hand goes high. It's imagining that your back is pressing into a wall. It's not just your back. It's your sits bones pressing into the wall. It's your top heel pulling up into the wall and lifting up even higher. It's your shoulder blades connecting to something. Pull your right leg up as high as you can. And then warrior 2, set it down right there. Right there, you land. Look at your front leg. Look at your left foot on the floor in front of you. You've got your left knee right over it. You've got a shelf with your left thigh, and then you've got your arm bones the longest, pulling apart. Take a breath in. Sink a little bit deeper. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink down. One more. Depth. Fill. How low do you go? Flip your front hand. Inhale. Reverse. Go back. Forearm to your thigh. Pause. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and reach your bottom hand out towards the front of the room so you're framing your head. You've got both of your arms stretching as long as you possibly can. Core is holding you, not your spine. Reaching, stretching. How far can you go? Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale, reverse, straighten your front leg. You're in a reverse triangle. Hang out here as you stretch the entire left side of your body out. Triangle. Go in. Working your hips back. Working your left hand down towards the ground. Expression. Expression, it doesn't end right where you land. Right where you land, it's your starting point. What do you do from here? Does your heart get involved? Does your gaze get interested? Or do you sit and do you wait stuck for the next pose? That's kind of boring. Keep moving, keep breathing. Call it 3 breaths. Movement with each one. One more. Fill your bodies. Empty out. Inhale. Reverse all the way up and back. 5-star in the center. Limbs, all of them reaching separate directions, stretching your bodies out big. And then wide angle, forward fold. Take it down. Little movements in your hips, maybe. Feeling your feet on the floor and your hamstrings stretching, maybe. This is your practice. You want the inversion? Take it. You want to let your feet go a little bit wider? Play with that stance. You're setting up a strong base. So those of you with your legs in the air, they've got it. They've got their hands out in front of them and their head on the ground. They're creating a triangle. Those of you working your heels up off the ground, that's important before you go anywhere. That shape, that base. Those of you with your legs in the air, stay interested. Maybe you've got Supta Baddha in your legs. Maybe you've got eagle in your legs. Good. Continuing to breathe. Slowly, start to lower your feet back down to the ground. Lowering. There's so much control there. The slower you go, the more control you've got. Good. Placing your feet on the floor. So soft. So soft. Runner's lunge to the front of the room. Way deep over your right leg as you push your hands into the floor, 3-legged planks, and your right foot straight back behind you. Pulling your foot up into the air, your leg up into the air. You've got plank form in your body. Work your glutes here as you kick your foot up as high as you can for 5. Kicking up for 4. For 3. For 2. One more big kick up. Chaturanga dip smooth. Upward facing. Downward facing. Fold at the back of your mat. Walk into it. Walk into it. Halfway lift when you arrive. Exhale, fold, stay here. The variation of your choice in this fold, whether you grab your big toes, whether you slide your hands under your feet, whether you reach around behind your legs and you grab on and pull yourself in. Continue to breathe. Yeah. The bind at the base of your spine, that's cool. Continuing to roll your shoulder blades together. One more. Breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Halfway lift, flat back. Fold. Rise up, grow tall. Exhale, fold, let it go. Halfway. Fold. Left ankle, grab it. Before you go anywhere, think about it. Your whole body's connected. If you push your right foot into the floor and say, I gotta stand up, your left foot's gonna go with you. Trust yourself. Inhale, go, tree, as you bring your left foot up to your inner thigh, inner shin, or kickstanding on the floor. Your choice. And then grow it from there. If your body is completely solid, if your foot's on the floor, not moving a muscle, if your leg is straight, nothing is moving, then honestly nothing is changing. In this practice, in this room, we push our edges, we move our edges, constantly looking for that change. So if your body is rock solid right here, find something. Whether that means falling out of it to get back into it, whether that means closing your eyes, taking that element out of it makes this so much harder. Do something. There you go. All right. Straighten your leg out long in front of you. You've got your left leg up in front of you, kicking it up for 5. Bigger, 4, 3, 2. Biggest kick. Step, dancer, as you pull your right foot up behind you, grabbing in from the inside of your big toe, the inner arch of your foot. That's easier on your shoulder. And then you start to tip forward, counterbalance, working that. As you tip forward and your heart stays up, your back leg lifts up higher. Maybe you fall like 17 times. That's part of it. That's where you are today. Lift your right foot up as high as you can behind you. Now without snapping, one-legged balance, pull your right knee up in front of you. It's right there. In complete control. How high can you get your right knee? As you push your left foot down into the floor, lift it up higher. Airplane, swing it back. Swing it back, keep your heart up. Heart lifts as your foot lifts. Shoulder blades drawing together. Good. Now take up space. The floor will catch you. Crescent lunge as your right foot hits the back of your mat. Good. Setting it up. Take a breath in. Hands to your heart. Start at the floor. Push your feet into the floor. Feel your legs strong, and then inhale. Go up. Go up. Sides of your body stretching. Arm bones reaching. Gaze looking up. Laying back. Throat stretching. Neutral. Come home. Come home. And then do it again. Push down to go up. To go up. Reaching your arms as high as you can. Looking up. And then it's like the cherry on the top as you start to look back and lay back. There you go. Heart. Link your hands at the base of your spine. Think shoulder wrapping. Think shoulder blades together. And then inhale, look up. Stretch your throat. Devotional tip straight down. Yeah, so your back foot. A lot of us question, what the heck should my back foot be doing? Your heel up, your heel down. Your choice, your preference. Stability. Let your base be strong so you can focus less on the I don't want to fall over and more on this is a lot of sensation. This is a lot of stuff going on. Hip opening prep, shoulder blades drawing together, heart space stretching. There's a lot going on here. Take the element of balance out of it. Don't complicate things. Take a breath in. Sink a little bit deeper. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink down. Last one, fullest breath in. Track stars, release right into them. Right into them. You got side to side motion. You got front to back motion. You've got arms in it. You've got flexibility. How low to the floor can I stay the whole time? Yeah, you've got choppy. You can lift your hips up and like a robot, move from side to side if that's what you want to do. Smooth runner's lunge to the back of the room. Standing split, send your left leg up high. Focusing on the fact that this is balance. This is balance. Work that. Grabbing your right ankle. Counterbalance is your left leg pulling up towards the ceiling. Pulling it up, lifting it high. One-legged balance. Sweep all the way up to standing. Your left knee comes up in front of you. Work the how high can I get my left leg? A lot of it's pushing your right foot into the floor to lift it up even higher and then swing back. Warrior 3 right there. Right there. You've got length. You've got length, whether your hands are at your heart protecting your shoulders or your arms are way out long in front of you. Now think lift. A lot of us rely on our block on the floor. Think lift as you roll into a half moon. Your right hand doesn't need to touch the floor. You've got the strength in the left side of your body pulling up towards the ceiling to support you. Maybe a fingertip touches down, but engage your core. And then think about the imaginary wall behind you, leaning into that, supporting you there. Pull your left leg up as high as you can. And then put it down, warrior 2, right there. Right there. Your right leg, your front leg, it's working hard. It's strong. Sink down into your knee. You're in a warrior 2 as you pull your arms apart, but you soften through your shoulders. Your gaze, it fixates on something in front of you, and you breathe. Filling up. Sinking down. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink deeper. Last one. Fill up. As low as you can go, flip your hand, reverse, go back. Forearm to your thigh. Stay deep. Still. Right leg working hard. Bottom hand, reach it to the front, stretching both of your arms. Think, I want my arms longer, so I'm going to make the sides of my body longer. I'm going to push my left foot into the floor behind me, and my arms are going to get longer because everything is connected. Sink down, sink deep, reach far, take a breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale, reverse, pull it back, straighten your right leg, hang out back here in the reverse, stretching the right side of your body long. And then as you're ready, triangle, set it up. Your feet are your foundation. Your hips pulling back. Your arms reaching, and then get interested. Get interested in yourself. What's happening on your mat? Are your toes gripping? Can you soften? Is your upper body dropping to the floor? Can you lighten? Are you holding your breath? Can you continue to breathe? Two breaths. Fill your bodies. Empty out. Do it again. You breathe in. You let the breath go, and then push your feet into the floor. Inhale, reverse your triangle all the way up. 5-star, pull it apart in the middle. Stretching, reaching, big. Goddess, go down, depth. Hip opener, hip opener. So your shoulders, your arms, just as interested as your legs. Don't let them get heavy up there. Take a breath in. Sink down, sink deep. Good. Do it again. Breathe in. Sink down, sink deep. You're creating an edge. And then you're going further. Breathe in. Sink low, hold. You got 3 breaths. Every breath has a movement. Find your edge. Fill up. Sink down. Do it again. Breathe in. Let something go. Sink deeper. One more. Fill up. As low as you can go right here. This is the spot. And then push your feet into the floor. 5-star all the way up. Lay back into something bigger as you reach. Wide angle. Tip at your hips. Track it out. Movement side to side. Yeah. In the repetition of it, we do track stars a lot. It's an easy transition to get you from the front to the back of the room. But in the transition, do you do the same thing every time? Or do you trial and error, like, oh, that feels good, or, oh, I don't think I ever want to do that again. Try these things on. How do you know that you don't like it, or that you don't want to do it, or that it doesn't feel great? Move your arms, move your heart. Continue to breathe. Good. Runner's lunge to the front of the room. Push your hands into the floor, three-legged plank. Your left leg goes straight back behind you. From the crown of your head to your left heel, you've got length. And then pulse your left leg up into the air, kicking it up for 5, for 4, for 3. Kick higher, kick higher, kick higher. Chaturanga, dip down. Upward facing, downward facing, child's pose. Rest, rest. Wide legs, think hip opener. So your knees are wide, your toes are together. Your hips are dropping back and down. Maybe you rock your forehead side to side on your mat, giving yourself a little massage there. Swinging your body around. Subtle. Reconnecting to your breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. Do it again. Fill up. Empty out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. Pull up and pull back. As you move through this right here, think grace. You already have the strength. You've proved yourself to yourself in the last 45 minutes that you're strong. Don't let anyone tell you you aren't. But now think graceful. As you send your right foot up into the air, as it bends, as it stacks, as it opens, you got grace, you got smooth. Flip your dog right there. Your foot lands. Your hips lift. You got a big old back bend happening. Put some circles on in your arm that's in the air. Feel your torso lifting up towards the ceiling and your shoulder opening up. Now think grace as your right hand goes down. You got a side plank, rolling it over, rolling it over. Your left leg goes straight up into the air, lifting it up higher than you think you can. Lift your left leg up. Rock star, slide through, sliding way out open. Your left foot working its way up towards the top of your mat as your hips lift up and your heart space stretches. Three-legged dog, go up and go back. Take a big breath in. Runner's lunge, land. Your left foot hits the top of your mat. Both of your hands landing on the inside, come into your lizard. Dropping your back leg down. Knee padding up. I used to say, I'm young, I don't need a knee pad. I don't need a knee pad, I got good knees. But then one time, Kim said, knees are very expensive. She's had both of hers replaced. So even though I'm young and I don't need a knee pad, I might. I do. I'm protecting my body. Do it while you can. Protect your body, move your body, stretch your body, use your body. This right here, this whole practice, or zoning in right on the second half of practice when you do a lot of stretching, longer holds. We need this. The type A in us needs this. Stillness, subtle movements. This edge right here is just as, if not more important than the edge that you're creating when you're flailing your body around in your side planks and your warrior twos and your headstands and all that. That's why this practice is so perfect. It moves your entire body. Mentally, physically, emotionally. If you play the game, if you tap into it. Continue to breathe as you sink into your left leg, as you feel your hip starting to open. Breathe in and breathe out. Do it again. Fill up and let the breath go. One more. Breathe in. Sink down. And then runner's lunge. Lift back up onto your hands. Runner's lunge. Three-legged dog. Your left leg goes high. Think grace as you move it around a little bit up there, but then it bends and it stacks and it opens and you flip. Your feet land in your top arm, big circles in your arm that's in the air. Push your feet down into the floor. Don't hang out in your shoulder. That's shoulder pain, that's injury. We don't want that either. Push your feet into the floor. Use the strength of your legs. And then bring it around, side plank. As your left hand goes down, your right leg goes high. This moves from your hip. Like pull your hip crease up to get your right leg to lift up higher and then swing it through, rock star. Wide open. Wide open back bend, wide open heart opener. Push your feet down to lay back into something bigger. Yeah. And then three-legged dog. Your right leg goes high. Stretch it up, stretch it back for length. How long? Runner's lunge. Lizard, land. Both of your hands come to the inside, and that might be where it ends for you today. But you might say, that's where I go every single day. What happens if I bring my forearms down to a block? Or if you're already on your block, what happens if you move the block out of the way? Try it for a second. If you're okay, stay. If it's unbearable, put the block back. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Work your edge. Beginning, I said something about how you're moving the entire time. Even when you're holding, even when you're in stillness, you're moving. Put that into effect here. The little sway side to side. Maybe you're moving to the beat of your own drum. Maybe you're moving to the sounds of the breath. You soften through your shoulders. Soften through your jaw. That added stuff, that added stress, take it out. You don't need more. Couple breaths. One more, fill up. And let it go. And then make your way back into a downward facing dog. Shaking it out, moving it around, resetting, preparing for what's next. Right leg lifts, bends, it stacks. Put a big circle on up there. Good. And then pigeon, fly in. Looking for your shin parallel to the top of your mat and your thigh parallel to the side of your mat. That's like picturesque, but you work towards that. You inch your shin a centimeter up, 2 centimeters up. You put your right hip on a block to keep your hips in line. If everybody in this room was perfect, like completely perfect at this practice, you landed every pose, there was no movement, there was no stillness, or there was no, what I'm getting at is there would be no change. We strive for the change. Inch your shin forward and see what happens. Lengthen your arm bones forward and see what happens. Don't fear of what might happen, and that's why you don't take the change. That's why you don't shift your body. Try it. In the silence, do you start to zone out? In the silence, does your mind wander? Part of this is allowing yourself or learning the techniques of being completely present. You live in the past, you miss the present. You live in the future, you miss the present. Feel this breath in. Feel this breath out, softening you down towards the ground. You got 2 more. Breathing in through your nose. And breathing out through your nose. 1 more. Biggest breath in. And let the breath go. And however you'd like to get there, find your pigeon on the other side. So some of you might like the down dog, the bend, stack, open in the circles, but you might want to just switch your legs. Setting yourself up with the same intention, but not the same expectation as the other side, for both sides of your body are different. Setting it up and then laying on out over it. Breathing through. This is it. You're already on pigeon on your second side, and if we follow the arc of the class, you've got backbends left, and then shavasana. till you've reached like 90%. Go out with a bang. You've got 10% left. Right here, feel something. Some sort of sensation, some sort of pain. And breathe through it. Because for lack of time, it's almost over. Breathe in. And breathe out. Do it again. You've got a big inhale. And then you've got a big exhale, softening you down over what's going on. 2 more. Breathe in. Empty out. Last one. Fill your bodies up. And then heavy. Let your bodies drop. Go slow, like you're peeling yourself away from the floor. And make your way onto your backs. Bringing your right leg around. And windshield wipering them side to side. Or happy baby feels good. Something here. And then if you've got your feet, release them, pressing them into the floor and lifting your hips up. You've got a bridge. You've got a bridge, so you want to be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. So walk them in a little bit closer towards your body. And then roll your shoulder blades together behind you, thinking about like the devotional warrior that you came into earlier, or the airplane. Roll your shoulder blades together underneath you. To pull your hips up even higher, take a big breath in. Rest. Let your hips drop. Resetting each time. The one before it doesn't matter. Right here. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale, bridge, lift up. You got front side lifting. As you root down, that's how your front side lifts up even higher. Push your feet into the floor as you feel your hips lift up. And then rest. Take it down. 2 more. 2 more. Your choice, your practice, your performance, your yoga mat for yourself. Press into the floor, bridge or wheel, lift up. Better yet, blow it up big time. Push your feet into the floor as you pull your hips up higher. You got tippy toes. You got a foot in the air. You've got some sort of lift, some sort of root to create a higher lift. Push your feet down, lift up. Rest. Take it down. You got 1 more. You're at 98%. Right here. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Biggest. How big can you get on your mat right here? Push into the floor. Push into the floor. Maybe you shorten your stance. Maybe you push your hands into the floor and your feet into the floor and your hips lift up even higher. Work your edge. Push up. And let it all go. Supta Baddha, soles of your feet together. 1 hand on your heart. 1 hand on your belly. Feel it. Feel the rise and the fall of your chest. Feel the appreciation for yourself, for the last 75 minutes that you gave yourself. The movement, the edges, whatever it is. Appreciation. And then curl your knees up into your chest, hugging yourself small. Pulling them up, pulling them in. Little body rock side to side. Feels good. Releasing your legs and letting them fall over to the left. Your gaze over your right shoulder for a spinal twist. Focus more on your shoulders, both shoulders hitting the floor, not how far your legs drop over towards the floor. And your spinal twist. Inhale to the center. Give yourself a little body squeeze right there. Pull your knees into your chest, hugging small. And then as you release, let them fall over to the right. Your gaze drops over to the left. Don't they know I'm trying to record a podcast down here? Pull your knees in towards your chest. Hugging yourself in small. One more time. Biggest hug you've ever given, biggest hug you've ever gotten. Wrap your arms around your legs, squeeze so tight, and then let it all go. Heavy, your legs drop out in front of you. Your arms rest by your sides. Take a big breath in. Heavy sigh, let the breath go. Do that again for real this time. Breathe in through your nose, biggest breath. Heavy, let it all go. Shavasana. Take a breath in. And then let the breath go. The movements, they start to come back. Your fingers and your toes. Your neck and your jaw. Until you create the ability to curl up into a ball and roll over onto your side. Use your next breath to press yourself up to seated with your hands at your heart. We'll close our practice the same way we began, with the single sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. thumb knuckles to your third eye. Together, we bow and say, Namaste.